Welcome to a tale of two children from different worlds, destined to cross paths in unexpected ways. This is the story of Wole and Nneka. Wole is the eldest son of Mr. and Mrs. Akintope. In their household, peace was a rare commodity. The Akintope home was a battleground filled with chaos and strife. Mrs. Akintope never ceased to throw insults and curses at her children, telling them they can never do well in life because they were very stubborn. Wole and his sibling, Ade, faced constant maltreatment and beating at the slightest provocation, and this made them rebel the more. But despite the turmoil at home, Wole managed to finish his secondary school because he saw that as his only escape route from home. In stark contrast, meets Nneka, the cherished daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Maduka. The Maduka's home was a haven of love, faith, and encouragement. The Madukas were devout Christians, guiding their home with love and understanding. Even when correcting their child, they did so with so much compassion. There was always a reason for Mr. and Mrs. Maduka to offer prayers over their daughter whenever she was with them, and this made her good-natured and also made her to excel in her academics. As time passed, Wole and Nneka both found themselves at the same university, in the same faculty. It was there that their lives would intersect in ways they never imagined. Seeking escape from his painful past, Wole fell in with a group of bad influences. They introduced him to smoking and occult practices, promising him protection, fun, and power throughout his stay on campus. Meanwhile, Nneka joined a Christian community on campus, becoming more prayerful and devoted. However, she soon faced her own trials. A group of girls, which were the so-called big girls on campus, ensured they made her feel insecure, mocking her for her faith and lack of experience. So, in order to seek acceptance, Nneka befriended these girls. Unaware of their deceitful ways, these girls bribed lecturers and compromised their integrity for good grades. But unknown to Nneka, they seemed like the epitome of success. Back home, Nneka's parents became increasingly preoccupied with their political careers. Mr. Maduka campaigned to be the local government chairman of his local government area, while Mrs. Maduka wanted to be the woman leader in her community, and this made Nneka to feel neglected and alone. Lonely and vulnerable, Nneka found herself drawn to Wole, who had been on her tail, asking her for a relationship since the first day he met her. Despite their differences, they started a relationship with Nneka, hoping to fit in with the big girls on campus. Nneka neglected her academics and partied with Wole and his friends. This made her academic performance to suffer, and her previous friends from church tried to warn her against her change of behavior. But Nneka was too caught up in her new lifestyle to notice the consequences. As their second year came to a close, Nneka fell very ill, and this led to a visit to the hospital, which revealed the shocking news that she was already 3 weeks pregnant. When Wole heard it, he reacted with anger and rejection, denying responsibility and demanding she get an abortion. He told her outrightly that she should have done better by preventing herself from getting pregnant. Desperate and ashamed, Nneka sought advice from one of those girls on how to go about an abortion, in a false hope that she would be able to move on with her life after all was done and dusted. She knew better than to allow her parents to hear about her being pregnant in school. But tragically, she did not survive the procedure. She had bled to death. This left Wole devastated by guilt and regret. He regretted telling her to go for an abortion when he knew he was the one responsible for her pregnancy. Haunted by Nneka's death, Wole couldn't find peace. One day, a glimmer of hope arrived in the form of an invitation to a church crusade, the same church that Nneka used to attend in the past. At the crusade, Wole felt exposed. It was as if the pastor knew his every sin. Overwhelmed, he broke down in tears, crying and asking Jesus to forgive him. He wanted to know if Jesus would still accept a sinner like him. During the altar call, Wole stood up, ready to surrender his life to Jesus and to seek forgiveness. So, Wole found a new path in Christ, leaving his troubled past behind, and graduated as a biotechnologist. This is a story filled with many lessons for everyone. It speaks of caution to parents, redemption for the lost, and a reminder that not all that glitters is gold. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Also, tell me, what did you learn from this story?